Good afternoon. I'm Sheila Brummer with Siouxland Public Media News. Sioux City Police have released more information today surrounding yesterday's drive-by shootings involving an airsoft-type gun at North Middle School and other locations. Two boys, ages 14 and 16, face multiple counts of assault, and they were being held in juvenile detention as of last night. Authorities are not sure if they've been released to their parents yet. Today's spokesperson, Sergeant Jeremy McClure, says the teens used a splat R-ball gun shaped like a real firearm. They are usually bright in color, but the suspects painted theirs black. The BBs were soaked in water, which caused them to expand to about a size of an airsoft BB. The gun yesterday was fully automatic and fired several hundred rounds a minute. Sioux City Police did clarify the timeline of the incident. The school district alerted parents around 3 p.m. Police say it happened around 1:15 as a group of 6th grade PE students were walking back from a nearby track. After the incident, the school district issued a lockout for all elementary school buildings. McClure says additional officers were sent to North High and North Middle schools during dismissal time as a precaution. School resource officers were immediately notified and quickly located the suspects. McClure adds their knowledge of the students helped solve the situation quickly. One attends North High, the other East Middle. Officers say the teens also shot another high school student and a delivery driver in the area of Glen Oaks and Indian Hills Boulevard. The names of the suspects are not being released at this time since they are minors. County Attorney P.J. Jennings says because the suspects are juveniles, he's prohibited from discussing anything about their case unless they are prosecuted as adults. The Woodbury County Sheriff's Office is investigating a deadly crash that happened yesterday afternoon between Mobile and Correctionville. A vehicle turned onto Highway 20 from Lee Avenue and was hit by another vehicle. The driver of the first car suffered life-threatening injuries and was pronounced dead at Mercy 1. The passenger was seriously hurt. First responders had to extract them from the vehicle. 2 people in the other vehicle ended up with minor injuries. State officials in Iowa are reporting a drop of reported positive COVID-19 tests in the last week. State health officials say more than 5,200 positive tests have been reported in the last 7 days. That's a big drop from last week's count of more than 6,000. However, the Sioux City Journal reports Woodbury County's COVID-19 transmission rate rose to the medium level, and the number of tests coming back positive for the virus remains steady. Federal officials report 270 Iowans hospitalized have tested positive for the virus. That's a slight uptick from last week's count. State officials also confirmed an additional 28 deaths associated with COVID this week. Iowa's total death count is at more than 9,900. According to the CDC, 63% of all Iowans are fully vaccinated against the virus. Meanwhile, in Nebraska, the number of COVID-19 cases did tick up last week, but the weekly total remained relatively unchanged from levels seen throughout the summer. Nebraska added more than 2,900 new viral cases for the week ending on Friday, according to the CDC. That was up 4% from the week before. Still, Nebraska figures show the start of the school year to date has produced no sizable spikes in cases, but official numbers are likely undercounted due to home testing. Hospitalizations have been falling gradually in Nebraska during the last month. The CDC added no new deaths to Nebraska's total last week. In all, Nebraska has recorded 4,455 confirmed or probable deaths and more than 530,000 cases during the 2.5-year pandemic. Michigan-based Trinity Health completed its acquisition of Iowa-based Mercy One's medical system on September 1st. Mercy One's CEO says patients across the state will not notice any immediate changes, as the early transition involves business systems. The process will take 2 years to complete, and that's when patients will notice the change. The medical system operates more than 400 locations across the state, including Sioux City. So far, there are no plans to rename Mercy One, and they don't expect any drop in employee numbers. In fact, officials are still struggling to find staff members in the aftermath of the pandemic. Trinity Health is one of the largest nonprofit Catholic health systems in the country, with operations in 25 states. And a statewide humanitarian effort to welcome Ukrainian war refugees into South Dakota is underway. The aim is to bring 5,000 to 10,000 refugees into the state. President Joe Biden announced that the U.S. will accept 100,000 refugees through a special program. Many more are entering the country through the Mexico border under a separate humanitarian parole program. For Siouxland Public Media News, I'm Sheila Brummer.